Good morning, friends. How are you? Look at this view. It's just, and I got this beautiful flower. It's just so gorgeous here. But I'm thinking this morning about something like a friend on Facebook, a longtime friend, about my age, a little bit older. He and his wife travel a lot. They've done considerable traveling in their lives, and now they're retired and they're doing even more. They're Americans, live in Florida, and they're going to be going for the first time to Southeast Asia. And that's an area of the world that Ryan and I have spent quite a bit of time. It's affordable, it's beautiful. I wanted to go there long before I was able to start traveling like this. When my kids were growing up, I didn't get so much opportunity. And Thailand was always like high on my list. So exotic, and the big things they wear on their head, and their costumes. I don't know, maybe from the King and I, from that play. It's where part of the dreams came from. Look at these. But we've now been to Thailand several times. We made some friends at the Burning Man Festival in Nevada many years ago, and they go to Thailand every year. And that was like, for me, like, ooh, yay. Now I've met somebody that knows where to go, how to do it. This is like the internet's just getting going in a lot of ways back then. Like traveling with internet was not so much of a thing. Met them in 2005. So since then, we've gone and hung out with them on this island, beautiful little island in Thailand. I've been to Bangkok several times. And I've also been to Cambodia for like almost a month one time. Siem Reap, Angkor Wat. That's like a movie set. It's like an incredible complex of temples and things. And last year we went to Vietnam for a few months. I think 3 months maybe. And how we travel is very different than how most people travel. And that's kind of what I'm wanting to talk about, because we, I'm sorry. Sí, sí, yo sé. Gracias. He's telling me that my backpack's unzipped in the back, but there's a broken zipper. People try to help me like that a lot. But we travel differently than a lot of people do. We don't do tons of planning ahead of time. It's not that we couldn't. There's a lot of tools available for that. For me, it feels a bit like homework, if that makes sense. You're the fireworks. There's always something being celebrated here. But we actually really enjoy the adventure of it. Certain aspects, like on a travel day when we're tired, we'll try to think that through as much as possible, make it as easy as it can be. But otherwise, a lot of things we don't figure it out until we get there. And that is a big part of the fun for us. So I guess my bigger message is, in life, there's a lot of kind of temptation to want to prevent every possible thing that might go wrong by, which is not a bad thing. Like my backpack has very specific things in it that I need that make me feel safe and secure. Certain medications, my charger for my phone. I've got a little towel in there if I get rained on. I got my raincoat. Just certain things that make me feel secure. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with feeling secure, but I do think that it's a good idea to kind of lean into some adventures. So my friend that I was talking about in the beginning, he and his wife are going to Southeast Asia, and he put up a post on Facebook about how it's going to be for them one of their most, I forget how he worded it, just, kind of like Wildest Adventures, because they're not going with the group. It won't be such a um, like controlled type of thing where someone's already made all the choices for them. His wife, she's a longtime friend of me. She's an excellent planner. She's done a lot of volunteering with me, and she's done considerable planning. And that's great. It'll give them that sense of comfort. But it helped me to realize these little doggy bods. It reminded me of how different we are than most travelers. We have an expression in English, to fly by the seat of your pants. The seat is like the back of your pants, where your bottom is. I don't know where that saying came from, to fly by the seat of your pants. It's kind of funny, but it just sort of means, kind of playing things by ear. And the more you do that, the more confidence you gain, especially in traveling. The more situations you end up in that are a bit difficult, you get through them. You're like, hey, okay, that turned out all right, but we have the luxury of time. We don't have the luxury of lots of money. Money can get you out of a lot of different, tight spots, we call them, like situations, difficult situations. We have money that we could lean on if we needed to, but that's not part of the plan. That's not how it's supposed to go. One more mural. So I hope this made sense. I rambled a little bit longer than I intended to, but I appreciate you coming along and considering my words, trying to lean into life, relax into things. As long as you're still alive, unscathed, some things can kind of traumatize us a bit, but even traumatic events can in some ways strengthen us and help us do better. Have a great day, friends. I appreciate you.